know how to play. You know, these cores didn't do anything. Necrophos, PL, Nature's Prophet, these are cores which don't really do a whole lot of playing and do a lot of, you know, defensive or map work. I mean, that's just not Beast Coast's brand. I really want to see them come back to the heroes they know, come back to some active cores so that they can make plays and put themselves in a position where they're comfortable playing the Dota that they are good at playing.
Completely agree. I don't understand Beast Coast draft in terms of them as a team, right? These guys are the ones who are picking like Silencer offlane, Leshrac offlane, Phoenix offlane, fighting, you know, these fighting heroes who can always move around and make plays happen or try to group up together and combine their efforts. But you picked like NP and PL in the same lineup. That was already very awkward, right? You got like 2 position 1 heroes in NP and PL. So all of a sudden, like in this patch especially, 2 position 1s don't work. That's just straight up. They just don't work. You have to absolutely crush lanes omega hard in order for 2 position 1s to work out. So yeah, very weird. And I have a question for you, Nomad. Why'd you say Beast Coast and the gentlemen are crazy? Are you saying Beast Coast are savages because they're Team Beast?
Yeah, sure. Why not? That's definitely the brand I'm going for. You know, Beast Coast. They are. I mean, that's the kind of Dota they play. They play some beast primal Dota. You know, get some animalistic heroes and just chase people down. That's what I want to see from them. I'm trying to inspire the kind of Dota I want to see. Meanwhile, crazy. You know, they're these are the guys in like their rooms. You know, in the action plans. I reckon they use whiteboards when they're having their team discussions.
I do.
Meanwhile, you know. Yeah,
I use whiteboards when I have team discussions.
Hell
and
yeah,
I done that with AUI and Moon Meander as well when they were my teammates. Yeah, that's true.
I'm right. I think you know, crazy are like the analytical style. Meanwhile, Beast Coast are more of like, you know, the just play Dota and play it well style. And Beast Coast they kind of tried to adapt their draft to fit more crazy style of playing last game. I don't think that's right. I think you want to just you know, be the better players, because I think individually Beast Coast.
I already like this
Stolen.
game. I already like where this game is headed, man. Both teams got a bunch of brawlers already. Got Centaur, got Doom, got Tiny. Beast Coast also got that, you know, their signature Winter Wyvern. They freaking love this hero. Crazy. They do ban up the Phoenix. Actually, I was thinking maybe Beast Coast were gonna pick the Wyvern and the Phoenix combo together, right? We saw
I was kind of expecting
that to exactly have a lot of success, but maybe they felt like the Centaur is just too powerful right now, especially in this North American or South America's playstyle.
Yeah, right? The America's.
In this America's playstyle, maybe they feel like
the Western
it's better.
playstyle.
And exactly. I'd fully expect Beast Coast to also ban Crystal Maiden, because if they don't ban Crystal Maiden, man, I don't know, dude. That hero's legit. That hero's so good. I don't know what the win rate is of that hero right now in this tournament, but I think it might be 100%.
I think so. I might just go and have a quick look quickly, because I don't think I recall a Crystal Maiden losing, and it's usually pretty obvious when that hero loses because she tends to die a lot. But no longer, she's a little bit faster than she was before. But let's have a look at a couple of bans coming out. As an anti-mage gets banned out from Beast Coast, they don't want to play into this hero, huh? I mean, that kind of surprises me, as it feels like it's a hero they might like playing against. You know, just something you can run at.
I don't think Crazy had any intentions of picking anti-mage, because they want to play a much more faster paced lineup. That's how I feel, at least. And anti-mage just doesn't allow you to do that. You become too crippled and have to play as 4, and it just doesn't suit Crazy. So Beast Coast might be a waste of a ban, in my opinion here.
All right, you ready for some stats? Crystal Maiden, right, picked 5 times and won 5 games right now. So yeah, Crystal Maiden is way up there.
It's not even that it won 5 games. In all 5 games, it was destructive. It was
impactful.
An absolute exactly. It was impactful, an absolute beast. You can see how much quicker everybody can play because of, you know, the auras, and also she provides 2 really nice disables, or the frostbite and the slow. It's just so good. I don't know. People need to respect it a bit more, I believe. You can even first phase it, and it's so hard to punish as well. Like, what heroes truly punish a Crystal Maiden? Maybe like a Clockwork in the lane, or maybe like a Tiny or something. But then again, it's not that bad, right? You still have this global
Yeah.
presence available. You can still sit behind your heroes and cast good skills and push out lanes.
It's just getting through the draft every time as well. It's pretty crazy. Have a look at the other heroes which have been picked up a lot. The Wyvern this game. This is going to be the Wyvern's 9th game being played, and this hero is on a 37.5% win rate right now. So not finding the success we used to this Wyvern seeing currently.
Yeah. So the thing about Wyvern is it's just getting it's a pure that people understand that it's going to be picked, and it's getting first phased. Right? So most of the time these heroes like that who have been figured out and are still getting first phase are generally going to have a little bit weaker win rate. But before, when it wasn't figured out and people were just picking it, it had an extremely high win rate. Still a very strong hero in terms of how much fighting capabilities they can provide for your team and getting lanes out. And beastcoast go for a Rubik now. I kind of like this with the Centaur as a lane partner. You get that nice early game fade ball to secure some range creeps, and then Centaur, once he gets enough levels, he gets that double edge. You can also lift people into the Centaur and kill them. So in this position, I feel like, okay, a Crystal Maiden is a bit scary to pick, because if you get lifted into a Centaur, you're going to die every single time, right? So the combination
the young
really
maiden
good.
is not surviving that one for sure.
Exactly.
No. And
so,
you can try and steal Doom as well. Tiny spell is pretty nice to steal on the Rubik as well. So he's got options here. But Crazy are going to grab the Undying as a response to the Centaur. This is their idea on how to get rid of the hero. This is going to make whoever's in lane versus the Centaur a lot happier.
Yeah, for sure. Undying also much more difficult hero to just lift and Centaur stomp, double edge and kill. He's got a heal in the Soul Rip that he can use. The Decay's also built up his health quite a bit. And Undying, I mean, the only reason they picked it is just because of the Centaur. They feel like this is the only hero that can really punish the Centaur as a 5 at least. But I'm not sure I like it that much, because Crazy are starting to lack abilities to get lanes out to make these plays happen and utilize their team fight. Where I feel like Beast Coast can choose whatever fight they want to take with the current heroes they have. I think Crazy might need to get like a Lina or something this game to make it so that this Doom and Undying are capable of getting out on the map and utilizing their spells, instead of having to always go back to defend lanes.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like a scary draft. You want something which can just kind of push the waves out easily. Do you mean the Lina is the 2 or the Lina is the 4?
Either one, I think it's a possibility in this game. But the SAPPHIRE, hold on. One of these is a core. Rubik or Wyvern? I don't think
I'm leaning towards the
core.
Rubik, man. I'm leaning towards the Rubik mid again.
One of these.
Yeah, big
core.
question marks. I mean, because Centaur SNAPPHIRE is a really strong lane. I mean, that cookie into Stomp, into Double Edge, it's an insane amount of damage, very hard to play into. But then you've got 2 strength heroes versus Undying as well, so that's got to be considered by Beast Coast. Do you want to do that to yourselves? I mean, that makes it so all or nothing as well. Like, if you go SNAPPHIRE Centaur into a Undying, you're basically saying, all right, we need to talk to this lane and we need to kill people, otherwise we're gonna die. Like, it's pretty much the bottom line there.
But you can use the SNAPPHIRE's 3rd skill to kill the Tome, right?
Yes. Yeah. Tombstone goes down very easily to SNAPPHIRE. And Wyvern as well. They've got 2 great Tombstone killers this game. So, yeah. And once the laning phase is over, this Undying is basically going to be like a creep which follows the rest of his teammates around and maybe throws out a heal now and then.
Morphling. Okay.
Okay, so...
That hero doesn't have a very good time against Centaur, but Undying might provide enough protection.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking and trying to think, like... What's the idea behind this Morphling? I mean, it's... You can steal the Wyvern form and get the Arctic Burn, which is okay. Or you can maybe take SNAPPHIRE's... That kind of sounds kind of garbage. A little Shredder for the anti-armor, but it's very poop. It's like -6 armor or something.
Yeah, not digging the Morphling that much right now. And they ban out the PL, which is a very strong ban here because of the mana burn against the Morphling is very annoying. They might have to ban out Naga Siren as well, because Naga is actually really good against Undying and Doom and Morph. And they're not going to be able to find this Naga actually on the map if K1 actually ends up playing that hero. It's a very good hero here. Wait, where's Terrorblade? I guess Terrorblade is kind of iffy because now Morphling will get a target, right? That he can morph into, and it'll be very useful. Crazy need a mid laner, unless a Tiny is the mid in this game. But either way, I still think they need Lina. Like, they have no lane shove apart from this Tiny. And this Tiny, if he has to show up on the lanes to push lanes out, then there's no threat on the map that Beast Coast have to worry about for their carry, whichever one they choose to pick here.
I think, it's... They definitely need some ranged lane poker for sure. Like, you don't want your only lane pusher to be a Tiny because, as you mentioned, he has to make himself very vulnerable. And that kind of takes a point out of it. Like, if someone's coming to shove a lane, they don't want to be making themselves vulnerable whilst they do it. They don't want to turn into a kill. They just want to be able to get back whilst the team gets a lot of stuff done. And you need lane shove to make your Morphling pick successful as well, because otherwise you're just going to feel choked out on the map. So,
yep.
I'm very interested to see what these last... I mean, I feel like these last picks from both teams are going to shape the drafts very, very, very much here. Beast Coast definitely need themselves that win condition hero. They need that like big ace in the hole last pick here, and I really think that TB or Naga are definitely looking like huge options for them right now. Let's see, it's going to be the Puck.
Oh, that's good. I like it.
Yeah, it does everything we wanted it to.
Right? It's not a Lina, but it's at least a lane shover. My only concern with this Puck is if that Rubik is the mid lane this game. Oh boy. A Rubik position 2 can really ruin a Puck's game, to be honest, because he's going to get that early levels in his passive, and then telekinesis is going to be instant cast on the Puck. He's not going to be able to phase shift. He can just get bursted down. So let's see, Beast Coast, what is it? You're going to... Whoa, okay.
Ooh, Juggernaut.
Okay, Juggernaut. We have not seen that hero in a very, very long time. He did get that buff on his Omni Slash where he gets 40 attack speed when he's Omni Slashing.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, a bit of an early on buff for the hero, but also reducing the bonus attack speed of Omni Slash overall. So yeah, very, very interesting changes to the hero. I mean, obviously they believe in it. The thing is here, you have given the Morphling the spin now, a good hero to turn into to get himself some magic immunity as well as a Wyvern, so he's now got 2 options for that. I'm super interested about that. Let's see. So it's going to be Chris Luck on the Rubik. Yeah, so it is mid Rubik, and he's going to be playing into into Moonmeander actually. So Moonmeander's going mid on the Tiny, and Kezu's going for the
mid Doom. Okay, mid Doom versus offlane Puck. Yeah, and offlane Puck. So the offlane Puck. So they were deciding between putting the Puck middle and the Doom middle, right? But then when they see the Juggernaut, they just feel like this Puck is going to have such a good lane against Jug, right? It's going to be so much harder for them to try and kill a Puck as a Jug Winter Wyvern. And the Puck can just keep on right-clicking the Juggernaut over and over again, make his lane extremely difficult, which, is really good choice from Crazy to just move the Doom to the mid instead of the offlane here. It was very versatile for them. But... yeah, I mean, I kind of dig the Puck now more in this draft. And Beast Coast, this is Beast Coast. Okay, this is the Beast Coast we know, right? Not that Phantom Lancer, Nature's Prophet, Necrophos shenanigans. They got a bunch of killer heroes. They're gonna slay. They're gonna get this Juggernaut into fights if he needs to be. This Rubik is going to be very difficult to deal with because there's not a whole lot of catch apart from the Puck. I think the Tiny needs to get Blink Dagger, and as a position forward, that's not going to be easy to get until, let's say 15, 16 minutes and on, right? So before that, this Rubik is going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage.
I mean, I just see so many synergies in this Beast Coast draft. There's a Centaur playing with a SAPPHIRE, which I really like here. They've got the Juggernaut, also works well with a Cookie. The Juggernaut's kind of supplying a lot of the damage. The Wyvern also setting up really nicely for Mortimer's Kisses into a Suster. I really think Beast Coast have put themselves in a great position to take this first game. So yeah, I'm saying that I'm saying Beast Coast have probably got this game. I'm quite sure about that actually. Let's see how this game breaks out, but. Yeah, I think Crazy have to play really, really well in order to secure this one.
Yeah, let's not forget that Beast Coast is coming off a loss, and Crazy, they feel really, really good and confident right now after winning the first game. But in terms of flat out draft, I think knowing Beast Coast and how they play, this is like in their comfort zone.
Oh yeah,
Right, compared to game one, and that's what really matters for any team. Even if the draft doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, what matters is if it makes sense to the players and they feel good with these heroes. They actually consider to go aggro challenge. This is such a smart decision from Beast Coast here, because the Morphling obviously much weaker, and you don't want to let the Undying punish the Centaur, right?
No.
So that's going to help a lot if they do an aggro challenge and just leave the Centaur in the safe lane on his own or something.
Yep, and Kazu pinging out that heroes are missing right now. They only see the Wyvern to start with, but let's get into it. Game number 2 of Beast Coast versus Crazy, starting now. So I'm going to start with the Bounty Rune, and yeah, it looks like it's all even on the Bounty Runes here. Mimianda will pick up the second one. What do you think of this tiny pickup then? Because we've seen Mimianda tiny before on the 4 position. You know, he's very comfortable on this hero, but is it a game where he can have a big impact with these tosses?
I think he can once he gets Blink Dagger, because he can just jump onto the Winter Wyvern and expose the Winter Wyvern in the fights, which is kind of important. But in terms of like running middle and tossing this Rubik into the Doom, it's not going to do a whole lot, right? Doom is just a very farm-heavy mid lane hero. He just wants to trade farm, get items, and then run at people with Doom. But for now, at least, it's not going to be so easy. And Morphling is actually instantly going to TP top lane.
Yeah, he's done with his bottom lane already. He's like, no, thank you very much. But these guys might just do the same thing and rotate themselves back. But Whisper's got to get really far away from this tiny, because he'll happily take a couple of tower hits to get the avalanche off if Whisper does want to TP. So yeah, Kazu's going to make his way down bottom, and we'll see if Beast Coast match the TP rotations, which Crazy have just done. Actually, like, Kazu's kind of hiding himself here for as long as possible, just to give, like, you know, the TP to cooldown time hitch before they realize he's in the lane, I guess. But they'll know that because HFN's top anyways. They know they're swapping it.
Yeah. You can just see how many TPs they have, right? And then you'll know, like, they TP'd. So it's okay. Undying is not going to TP top, and Tiny is going to rotate back bottom. We'll see how BC actually react to this situation. I mean, Centaur is not going to do that bad anymore. He's already got level 2, right? The initial levels where Undying can really punish Centaur is starting to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like that level 1 Undying power spike. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, his only power spike. Yeah, it seems like Beast Coast are actually just chilling with their Juggernaut at bottom, so they're not actually willing to match the TP rotations, which does surprise me quite a lot. But you know, usually when the enemy TPs, then you have the advantage and you can just TP back again. But it seems like the Juggernaut wants to be in this hard lane.
Well, let's put it this way: in both of the side lanes for Beast Coast, they actually got what they wanted, right? They got a good advantage on the first and the second wave. Where if they had the Juggernaut in the safe lane versus Puck and Centaur off lane, that wouldn't be the case. So the little bit difference might be what Beast Coast were actually looking for, and they don't want to like use these TPs and start playing musical chairs in this game.
no, they don't.
Right?
Yeah, the only thing I worry about is
right?
yeah, the only thing I worry about is the Undying into the 2 strength heroes and the and mostly the Centaur.
Right.
You know, Centaur is going to feel like a little bit weaker from this, and he actually leveled a Retaliate twice here as well, which I find very interesting.
He's used the second TP down to the bottom lane. He can't stay up here because there's 3 heroes laning him, and they're pulling the camps non-stop. So he doesn't feel comfortable anymore to actually stay top lane, even though it was like an Undying, right, against these heroes. Because what really matters is the Morphlings farm than anything else.
True, yeah. Their draft is entirely around this Morphling this game. There is not many other heroes which can help secure them this one. But look at Stinger here, just coming over the trees, getting the denies with the Arctic Burn, getting a ton of value out from this Arctic Burn usage here. But HFN's pissed, and he's going to try and run him down here. Wavefall forward, Stinger though, going to pull the creep wave instantly. I think he just tried to get the Splinter Blast out onto the Morphling if he chased, but Morphling stopped chasing there. So he does have to be careful. There's another waveform in 6 seconds if HFN is interested in it, but I'm fairly sure he just wants to secure his own farm rather than chase kills right now.
Yeah, I think this lane switch has been so good for Beast Coast. Because all of a sudden, this Undying pick that they got to try and shut down the Centaur in the lane, look at the Centaur's last hits. He's great.
He's
doing great, right? So whatever plan Crazy had in the draft to try and stop the Centaur is not working out anymore.
It is not. Let's take a little gander over towards middle lane now. So we've got Bryle facing off into Mr. Chris Luck here, the Rubik mid. And it looks like Braille's off to a pretty good start against the Rubik. You know, Rubik's doing better. Obviously, he's got the Fade Bolt, but I mean, I expected the Doom to actually get beaten in this lane pretty hard. So
dude,
I'm
he's got a critical strike creep, man. I don't know how he's gonna lose any last hits anymore. He got that one.
That's true, actually. Like, he's got the Fade Bolt on him, the 26% damage reduction, and he's still hitting for, what,
yeah, the pack leader's aura,
what?
So good. It's actually so good, the pack leader's aura. Especially late game, too. If you ever decide to go back for that later, like, instead of having the Blink Hoof Stomp, it's really good for Morphling. Gets so much damage.
Yeah, and the Tiny as well for his burst potential. Even though he is in the 4 position, he still likes that. He's just like a hero with huge right-click damage, and it can just give him the extra little bit of edge to bring someone 100 to 0 if he does have that extra little bit of damage. G's are popped as we have a very short pause, but we're back into the game. HFN needs to start finding some farm in this laning phase. His lane cannot go that badly. And now they're going to move Schofield in as well, and both these supports have TPs as well, so if HFN does go top, they will just follow him. K1 is having a pretty great time on this jug. Not just with the CS, but also getting himself a decent amount of levels as well. Despite having these supports with him a lot of the time, which is very good.
Yeah, he's feeling good, that's for sure. How's the Puck situation? He's the one who's had the TP a couple of times. I mean, they're just a little bit behind in last, right?
Yeah, nothing's too severely wrong just yet with the game. You know, Crazy are behind, but they're not panicking just yet. They still feel like they're in control, but things definitely starting to topple in Beast Coast's favor here. No first blood yet either. 5 minutes into the game, and no one has actually gone down here, so it has just been a very tactical game, and not that much fighting just yet.
I mean, they're off to a better start than game 1, that's for sure.
Oh yeah,
for Beast Coast. And Beast Coast is the type of team where they just want, this is exactly what they want. They just want something more calm, more chill, just get your levels up, and then once we hit our timings with our skills being level 6 and stuff, bam, we're gonna go battle.
Yep,
Beast Coast always do that.
It hits the fan, so to speak.
Yeah, what's Rubik? He's already level 6. He's taking the Devour. And some juicy extra gold for him.
My man's on some money. I mean, what else do you do in a Doom lane, right? Like, you don't want to fight this guy. You're just like, yeah, I'm going to take a Devour. I'm just going to farm with you, basically.
It's drums.
It's cool.
Top tower
He's got drums already on the Doom. That's the big item that we see most of the Dooms by.
A cookie forward here onto the Undying. They've got the shotgun as well. Spin might just be enough to finish the job, but oh my god, that was close. Now Stampede comes out onto mid, yeah, with the Doom coming down onto the Rubik. Mumiander and Bryle trying to chase him down here. Mumiander does have a toss in 8 seconds, but I think they're just going to be able to run the guy down. Bryle with the right clicks comes on through, and there's going to be a first blood coming out onto Chris Luck. That is huge.
That is huge. This is going to make this Doom so freaking fat in this game. Nice rotation from Moon Meander. Bryle's like, yo, I got Doom middle, and then, you know, Moon made this play around like this, got the stun toss back, get the Doom out onto the Rubik, and very good use of the first Doom, that's for sure. I don't think there was any other better kill on this map he could have got with the Doom. And he didn't even need to move for it either. So just going to keep on farming.
Chris Luck is the tempo control of this game. You know, he's the one who's going to decide the pace, and if you kill this guy off, it's just going to slow him down, make him unable to go for certain plays, which is going to free up the map a lot for Crazy, which is all they're looking for right now. They're just looking for a slow, controlled game, not let Beast Coast go crazy, not let them start just running them down all the time.
Dude, he's got 4,000 net worth, almost. It's just 7 minutes in the game. This is insane.
It's a lot of money. Morale's feeling very good about life. What build are you expecting for this team to go for this game?
TP top.
Oh, there's Centaur. Alright, he's going to be a kill here as well. So Crazy finding yet another one here as Mumiander and Bryle. They're the dream team apparently for this one. They are making it happen.
Big kill with the Puck coil. I mean, Crazy are the one actually utilizing their level 6s very well, right? As soon as they got the Doom, done that, Puck, same thing. And look at this nice juicy stack Moon Meander has created for Bryle here to farm. Oh boy. Dude, they're funneling all the net worth into this Doombringer, man. That's some good stuff right here.
They want him. I mean, he's got the phase boots, he's got the drums, he's fast as all hell. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, a couple of heroes kind of gathering around HFN. The Omnisat's going to come forward onto Owie here. And is that going to be enough damage to bring him down? He's going to heal himself up with the Soul Rip, but Juggernaut will bring him down. He even gives him a nice tombstone to eat up as well. Not quite sure about that one. Meanwhile, Crestlet coming in from the side, a lift up onto Moon Meander, Stampede out as well. They're controlling him up nicely. Can they finish the job though? They can't. K1 was focusing HFN the entire fight. HFN's kind of happy about that, so they will live on Moon, but they're still invading here. They're looking in behind the tower, and there comes a Splinter Blast. Meander will get shotgunned in the face by Grandma. Cooking forwards, but HFN dodges with the waveform, but stolen toss from Chris Luck. Now stolen waveform as well, but HFN still surviving through the whole damn thing, and now Chris Luck is very much out of position, coiled up, beaten down, trying to play around it, but unfortunately,
one more second,
waveform to be done. Oh, waveform away. Has he got the TP? He does. He's going to go for it here, and the Rubik will survive. What a player. Buenas noches, bitches. Meanwhile, Crazy looking for more, but I don't think there's anything else to happen in this fight. That's going to put an end to it.
Dude, he got coiled up. I thought he was sure dead. And then
top lane, Whisper. Oh, man. This guy just has to sit here and die. Yeah, that's the Infernal Blade into Centaur.
He's so rich already. He's level 10, 9 minutes in. It's crazy. Yeah, I fully expect him to go some kind of like, phase drums. That's the most common build. And then you go like either a Blink Dagger or a Shadow Blade. Most of the time, and BKB. So actually, it's going to go straight BKB, so he can't die in the fight. It's okay.
Yeah, I think that's what Envy did when he played it. Moonbeam played with a little bit in the middle lane. Chris Luck, though, doesn't quite have the mana, but he gets the right click off anyway. Easy peasy. Rubik's starting to make some plays as well here. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, when MB played this Doom, I remember he was like 0-0-0 20 minutes in or something.
Yeah.
With the Doombringer. I mean, he was unkillable though, right? And that's why the opponent kept dodging him. And I think that's the plan for Brawl here. Just getting the BKB, making himself unkillable, just being able to run into any fights. Like if Beast Coast group up at a tower, he's gonna pop the BKB and go in there with the jumps.
Structures are fortified.
Yeah, he's wants to be fast, wants to be on the front lines, and wants to be this big hero which Crazy can play around this game. And Beast Coast don't want to play around, but don't have a choice. I'm wondering, Juggernaut, he's not actually going for any kind of Battle Fury or anything this one. Hector, he's actually going in for the Manta straight into Diffusal.
Get that mana burn for the Morphling, which is very nice. Also good against the Tiny. If he ever goes in, you can just purge him up, right-click him down.
Yeah, I do wonder though, is this going to affect his farm a little bit this game? Because he doesn't have the Maelstrom or anything to try and farm with here, so he's going to be quite reliant on waves, on creep waves, I believe.
I'm not sure they want to play the farming game on the side of Beast Coast. They got very active heroes in their lineup, so they want to just keep on battling and take whatever little advantage they can get from their items. Because Doom and Morphling will all farm you, which is extremely scary.
Yeah, their net worth is going to just skyrocket if there's no fighting in this game. You're absolutely right. HFN moving up to the top lane to farm feels a little bit quieter up here against Mr. Whisper, who, he's been having a rough game. Not the roughest, though, actually. Kezu is the poorest core in this game on the puck, interestingly. And they might be looking for something here as well. Well, they're definitely looking for his courier, which they will not get. Kezu unfortunately loses that one. He wants to beat up in the top lane. Yeah, they're running down HFN and they get it. Maybe Anta gets a kill to Schofield in the mid lane, however, with Ari and Broyle joining in for that one as well. But yeah, HFN going down. Big kill for Crazy. Meanwhile, Broyle in the bottom lane. He's got the Doom. Might be looking for Hector here. But there's no backup for him right now. Kezi's here. Alright, they might just grab Stinger. Although Stinger does see him. He's pumping the Winter's Curse, but he's going to throw it down here. The coil missed? What?
Yeah.
Buddy, Kezi. Yeah, he's trying to fix his mistakes now by orbing across, but Stinger is gone. Oh, man.
Snore.
Yeah.
Snore. He'll blame lag for that one. Ping.
Yeah, guys, I'm playing from Germany. Not my fault. Yeah, we got you, Kezi. Don't worry about it, buddy. We're just happy you're here. Like, currently 4-4 in the scoreline. A pretty quiet game, all things considered.
Yeah, this Doom is about to have a BKB, man. Just like another minute or two, he's gonna have his BKB already. That's insane. How fast this hero can
out
farm.
of control. Loving life right now.
Rotation to the Doom now. This is the big plays that Crazy like to do every game. They bring like 4 or 5 heroes into this top lane, try to make sure that they can get some kills here or take a tower.
Oh, Ava toss onto Stinger in the backlands here, but the Winter's Curse is going to come out to keep him alive. However, I don't think there's anything else coming out after this one. Meanwhile, in comes the Doom onto the Centaur here. Centaur just trying to take down the Tombstone with his last breath. That's not going to happen. Punched in by Aoi. Meanwhile, Chris Luck on the run, but just being chased down. And Moonmeander going for the toss back into the double avalanche. Chris Luck is gone, and Schofield going the same way as well. Crazy clean up in the top lane. An absolute slapping up here as it's Crazy's turn to take a fight. And that felt bad for Beast Coast there. I mean, that was 4 heroes kind of arriving one by one-ish. Just a very awkward initiation there and not really finding anything.
I mean, that was exactly what Crazy wanted to do, right? They got that ward behind the tower here, and they just saw 2 heroes, so they saw an opportunity to bring more than the opponent, dropping the Tome, dropping the Doom, and Beast Coast. If they really want to commit to that, they had to bring the Juggernaut. But, you know, the hesitation, the errors have been forced out on the side of Crazy. That was really nice play by them.
Yeah. They just need to take fights where you've got like a good formation where Chris Luck can cast spells and steal spells without having to be on the front lines. Because the moment they get on top of him, his fight is over. Like he can't play in the middle of everyone, even if he does steal.
Oh, he's going in.
Yeah, might have found Aoi here though. Aoi does have that heal onto himself, and now Bra coming in from the side. He could be in a bit of danger. Chris Luck actually going to need the Stinger to throw down the Winter's Curse to help him out here and help him get away.
I don't know, this Rubik though is feeling kind of bad right now. He hasn't had too much impact quite yet, but they're still looking for that one big fight. He tried to take Doom, by the way, in the top fight there, and he ended up getting Scorched Earth. Brawl doing a really good job at covering his Doom.
Yeah, always important you to do so. Meanwhile, Schofield getting chased down again. Kazu not quite fine. Drops the coil onto Schofield there. Completely done with the dude. And on the snore coming out from him. Meanwhile, Stinger playing around the trees, but unfortunately he's running out of trees to play around here as he is going to get cut down by Bryle under the tower. But K1 seeping in for this one. He's got an Omni Slash. Could go onto Bryle here. It's going to do so, but Kazu's coming in. They're all grouping together to tank up the Omni Slash together. And now K1's actually kind of out of position here, but does have the mantle to get rid of the silence. Meanwhile, Meander sticking around the side, but Chris Luck covering them from that. So a very disappointing Omni Slash there from Hector. Gets pretty much nothing done other than defending his jungle for a bit longer so he can keep on farming, but it just feels like they don't really want to be farming particularly. They want to be fighting, but maybe they're waiting for the Diffusal Blade on the Juggernaut as their big timing to start coming into this game.
That is a BKB on the Doom, baby.
Oh god, and Whisper in some trouble again. I mean, look at how much damage. Oh well, now he pops the hood. He's not taking quite as much damage from Infernal Blade, but it is doing so much to this Centaur. And they'll have to pop the Stampede to get themselves away. They just can't face Bryle right now. This man is huge. Meanwhile, Winter Wyvern trying to sneak around the back to find himself a cheeky Winter's Curse or something here. Again, the coil being dropped. Winter's Curse comes down onto Aoi here. Stinger, he's making them work for it, but they will bring him down all the same. They have the spells. Meanwhile, Chris Luck coming in, trying to blow up Aoi quickly here. And is that Infernal Blade from Chris Luck? Oh no, it's Scorched Earth. Okay, fair enough. Making it work.
Dude, it was doing a lot of damage. That's Scorched Earth right now. 70, it's doing 80 damage. Holy smokes, because of the Arcane, yeah.
Very nice spell. Yeah, he doesn't get Doom, but he's not that bothered. It's still a spell he can play with. Meanwhile, sees Moon Meander in the river, but Moon Meander just blinks himself away. Interesting timings this game. So we're 17 minutes in. It's a 3k gold advantage for Crazy. Are they in the lead in this game, though? Or are we just kind of waiting for Beast Coast to start playing this lineup to its full potential?
Well, Tiny has a blink already, so that's a big power spike. Morphling has been doing alright. He's about to get E-Blade, and as soon as he gets that, I think Crazy are going to hit another big power spike. This Doom is just uncontrollable. Like, he's got 10k now. We're 17 minutes in. So yes, I would say Crazy is has a significantly big lead at the moment. But Beast Coast T-Fight is not like it's terrible, right? So if they can find a good angle where they can get a good Omni Slash out, they can definitely fight. It's just the vision again. That's the biggest problem in this game, is the vision of Beast Coast versus Crazy's. Crazy's vision is amazing.
Omni
Oh my
Slash?
god, what is this Omni Slash?
That's interesting. I mean, he actually gets some good bounces onto Moon Meander. Could have gone way worse than that. Meanwhile, Tombstone comes down. The Cold Oak coming out on top of it. They'll take care of the Tombstone quickly. Meanwhile, Wyvern can do not much except for to brace himself. They are all together here, Beast Coast, and they're going to try and turn this one around, but unfortunately, they can't do enough to save Stinger. Maybe they look towards Owie here. Owie is tanky inside that Flesh Golem form, and they're really struggling to finish the job. Another Doom comes down onto the Juggernaut here. He's in some trouble as he gets tossed up into the air and taken care of instantly. Whisper jumping into the front lines here, but the fight's pretty much already over, and he's just going to end up throwing his life away like his comrades did, and that's going to be 3 kills going the way of Beast Coast, and they're not even in the... Oh, Schofield will be able to kill off Owie, actually, but very much giving his life for this one, but, you know, he's happy enough, but it's a triple kill for Bryle in this fight as well, as Doom just smacking everybody up. And that was such an awkward... I mean, oh, Chris Luck actually finds HFN? What?
The waveform fade bolt combo onto the Morphling, just too much damage. Okay, well that will keep them in the game. That will definitely be keeping them in the game by killing off that Morphling there. Gonna slow down his items here. Okay, not bad. I mean, that's such an awkward Omni Slash, right? Like, to start that engagement.
I don't know what that was, man. That was, I mean, the creep wave was there. There were 2 heroes which you weren't going to kill anyway, I don't think. I mean, unless they all bounced to Moon Meander. That was just very, very awkward for Hector there. I'm not sure what he was thinking with that one. But, you know, they did manage to get the Morphling kill in the end, so not the most horrendous series of events. Meanwhile, Stinger's just getting absolutely murdered for trying to get a bit of de-warding. I mean, Crazy is just protecting these warding spots. Yeah, exactly. They are not letting Beast Coast get control of this map.
Check these 2 wards right here, this one and this one. Like, these wards is exactly why Crazy are in the position they're in, like, in terms of map control, right? The Winter Wyvern can't go out and de-ward this because they're just prepared for the Winter Wyvern to come out. And because of that kill on the Wyvern, they're going to go straight into the Roshan Pit. HFN has a double damage rune. They got that Pack Leader's aura with the Doombringer. And Roshan just melts. My god. Click that Morphling. 500 damage a hit right here.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, just finding a double damage, and then Roshan becomes an absolute freebie, and they can use the Tombstone to tank it. Easy peasy. Yeah.
So good. And that's big now, because he can't surprise die anymore.
Chris Luck can't one-shot him, which is definitely a breath of relief for HFN.
Maybe if they get to the Aghanims on Beast Coast, that could be a game changer. Because there's a lot of really good spells on Crazy, right? Like, if there's a fight where he has Aghs and he steals Puck Coil and a Doom, oh boy. Things could get really rough for Crazy in terms of the team fight. Tombstone, that's also another really nice spell to steal if you have Aghs, you know. Cycle through all these spells.
For sure.
They're not completely out of it, that's for sure.
No, and K1 now has his Diffusal Blade, so Hector's going to be a bit more of a factor in this game, able to get off a bit more damage and hopefully slow down a hero and kill them off, but it's no easy task. There's a lot of mobility, there's a lot of defensive capabilities on the side of Crazy, but now the smoke up comes forward here. Chris Luck trying to engage here, lift up, comes back, throwing down the Doom. They're trying to bring down the big boy, and they get him. Beautifully done by Beast Coast. Massive catch here as Kezu's on the run, and yeah, I mean, Schofield's very optimistically cooking into trees where Kezu was 5 seconds ago. I mean, it is a puck, guys. Come on.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh wait, are they gonna keep going? No, he's not. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Crazy's gonna watch this replay and they're gonna be like, "Bryle, what are you doing there? We're not even nearby. We don't see anybody on the map." You know, I see this all the time. It's especially with mid players, right? As the young mid players, they tend to make this mistake quite often. Like, Puck could have just been there pushing that lane out all by himself. Bryle had no business like being in front of the tier 2, even past the tier 2 tower. So. Yeah. There's nobody who can come and help him, even though he did get blown up. Like, just the positioning he was in, it just wasn't okay. And that gives so much space on the map because Doom is the strongest hero, the most farmed hero, and all of a sudden, Beast Coast are able to go into the jungle, de-ward everything, and Crazy have lost a lot of momentum off that. You see the wards here? All gone. They're going to smoke up instantly, though, to try and get that back up.
Yeah, they want Whisper him, maybe, but there is a bit of hesitation. Whisper's going to come in for the wave, though. Maybe. Nah. They want control of the jungle more than they want to kill in the middle lane, like right now, and they don't know who's behind him. With good reason. Stinger's right there, Schofield hanging out as well.
Yeah, they still got the Aegis, which is very helpful for the Morphling to play aggressively and take the tier 2. Standoff.
Yep. Getting a bit tense here in this middle lane.
K1 is still farming the
Dire's
bottom.
top tower is under attack.
So they're okay
Yeah.
with this on the side of Beast Coast. Oh, they're gonna
He's
TP
TPing
back
in now, though.
Whoa.
Yeah, they want to take this fight. They want to clear out their jungle. HFN, though, he is a bit of a menace.
The ward is
with
gonna
that
get the
Aegis,
ward.
and he's going to jump in immediately, trying to find a target right now. K1, meanwhile, just running into the fight here again. They're going onto the
Not
Doom. Can
again.
they bring him down in time?
Wow.
Yes, they can. BKB for what? Meanwhile, Stinger got to get off the ultimate, holding the Morphling still. Whisper is ready, but he doesn't actually have mana for the hoof stomp. And one of his kisses just going flying wild right now. Maybe they can find themselves a target, but HFN with the magic immunity helping them out a lot. Stolen from the Juggernaut, and they just jump in and blow up Stinger. Meanwhile, Chris Luck jumps him around the side, trying to find again the cheeky pick onto the Morphling. And the combo comes down onto Schofield, but he's going to be okay. A messy spaghetti fight right now. No one really full, although the Morphling's on the front lines. They try and blow him up, but don't quite get there in time. I mean, he did have that Aegis
Doom's
as well,
here now.
so not a huge threat just yet.
He bought out, by the way, on Bryle, and he had to walk back
Oh, back?
towards the
Wow.
mid lane. He didn't have his TP. Yeah. So Bryle died again, and not bought back. So if he's dead one more time,
Dude,
I don't know, man.
somehow managed to lose his top net worth spot this game, which is
AOI.
impressive, quite frankly.
gotta
Meanwhile, Aoi playing around with Chris Luck here a little bit. Chris Luck having some fun with this waning rift. Wait, it does just feel like Chris Luck's playing this game with a smile on his face, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's having fun. That's for sure. He knows this is gonna be a challenge.
Lift up, Bryle.
no,
He can't afford to go down here. The dieback Doom, but he's going to pop the BKB
Okay,
and the
okay,
Doom
that's good.
immediately. All right, maybe a little bit too ambitious here from Mr. Chris Luck, and he's going to get doomed up in the face. Now Bryle looking for more here. Stinger's in trouble, as is Schofield. All right, crazy. You've made your point. They take down a bunch, and K1's actually looking for a target here. Doesn't even have the Omni Slash to work with, though, and he's trying to bait with his illusion as well as trying to make as much chaos as possible with these. So now he could go for the TP as, yeah, he does get it out. Oof, okay, all right. Hector just playing around a little bit,
Radiant's
playing for his
middle tower
team's
is under
Yeah.
death cooldown.
I don't know about Chris Luck doing that play. He there's no Omni Slash up, right? If there was an Omni Slash available, that would have been a really good play. Because he could have just Omni'd up the Doom, and Doom probably would have died there, right? But without it, down the river where Crazy has all their teammates nearby this Doombringer was just a bit too ambitious, and losing 3 heroes. Now the momentum is going to shift back towards Crazy, and finally Brawl has been able to use his Doom, and he's going to make his way to his Shiva's Guard. It's going to be a really big item. But I think it's going to be, the game's going to slow down now because of the Roshan. They have to wait another about 5 minutes or so before the next Aegis spawns. So it's going to be a lot of downtime for Beast Coast to be able to catch back up.
Yeah, meanwhile, top lane, Schofield is having Doom problems right now, and he doesn't even have the Fire Snap cookie to get himself away through the trees, so it's like it's just going to be a bit of an awkward death from Schofield, although correctly dukes it, and Brawl's left looking at the trees. Happy feet.
He's alive.
Schofield.
Okay. The Puck's TP got cancelled there because they went on a bottom. Because I thought he was surely dead because of Puck, right?
Yeah.
Boots are traveling in, but really nice play
Bryle
from Beast Coast.
only now just comes out of the trees and stops looking for the Snapfire. Kind of sad. He searched
What's
for a
Juggernaut
long,
going
long
for?
time.
Oh, he went Lincolns, and now he's going for the Shadow Blade after the Lincolns. That's good. I mean, the Lincolns is for the Doom mainly. There's not a lot of ways they can cancel the Lincolns on the side of Crazy.
Yeah, and I guess it means that when he spins, he doesn't have to be worried about just getting straight up doomed from it.
Radiant
Yeah,
are
Extra
they got like
layer of
Soul Rip,
protection.
E-Blade, Adaptive Strike. That's it. Yols, they can use the Yols to pop the Lincolns. I'm just trying to find ways like how they can actually doom up the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Hector just leading the charge into mid here. Kezi comes forward, but he's going to get himself lifted up here, taking the bait massively, but he's got the good. And now they get the Doom out onto the Rubik again here. This is bad. Meanwhile, the Omni Slash coming
no, the
out
curse.
onto the Doom. The curse combination. That's not what you're looking for, kids. Meanwhile, HFN playing around in the front lines in this Sapphire form, stunning her up, turning back in, got the blast, should be able to bring down Schofield here, and that's going to be a second kill despite the Sentinel's dead as well. Chris Luck, meanwhile, coming out of the Doom, needs to get himself away and jump away with the orb. He's got the blink as well. Oh my goodness. Still running though. Kezi's still chasing, trying to make his way, and will get the silence. Waning Rift kills him on the high ground, and that is going to be 4 heroes on the side of Beast Coast again. You know, Beast Coast, you need to get a bit more discipline. You need to tighten up with these ganks a little bit, because this Omni Slash into Winter's Curse shenanigans, it's not going to fly against Crazy.
Dude, that was so bad for Beast Coast. Holy smokes, the two big ults that need to accomplish a lot in the fights. Completely wasted.
Yeah, and K1 chasing pretty hard here onto this Tiny. A little bit worried about Hector here as he is going to get that Linken's pops. Goes for the spin to try and take down the tombstone. There's a lot of right click coming out from HFN and K1 cannot withstand that. Meanwhile, Chris Luck, he's in trouble as well as Brawl just chase him up to the high ground. K1's getting super low here, trying to sit under the invisibility, but they've got the vision on him. Meanwhile, the toss back onto Chris Luck as well. Beautifully done from Moon Meander. They're going to take down 2, and that is another death, a dieback, in fact, onto the Rubik. Oh my
Got HFN though.
Dire's top tower
So that's really good.
Yeah, oh, they did get the Morphling, you're right.
I mean, that will stop them from pushing it. That's exactly what they needed. Because the Juggernaut, you know, he was trying desperately and he didn't have buyback either. So the fact that they get the Morphling out of the way is going to buy them enough time. They are down 10k gold now, but Beast Coast going to stay alive in this game.
Yo, have you seen what Schofield's building, by the way?
Let me take a look. Aghanims. Oh, okay.
Whisper. He's actually popped the Stampede to try and get away from the Doom here, and actually, just holds up on the Hoofstomp. Maybe long enough. Yeah, man, that was a great play from Whisper. Gets himself away from the Doom. That's such patience from him, just calculating exactly what he needed to do to get out of that one. Yeah, Ag Snapfire. I mean, are they going to fire in the Sentinel? Maybe fire in the Winter Wyvern? I don't know. Who's the cannonball this game?
Really? Fire in the Winter Wyvern?
For the Sick Winter's Curse, man? Yeah. I'm down.
Maybe the Juggernaut, I guess.
Hector playing a little bit of Dota here, going for the Omni Slash. He's going to jump to the creep camp. You bet it is. Oh, man, that's not quite the dice falling where he needs it to right there. Meanwhile, Brawl coming back in. He has got this Doom. Hector holding up, though. He's got the Lincoln still going on. Mount Winter's Curse comes down onto the Doom, just holding him back. Meanwhile, they have got that Aghanims finished up on the Snapfire, so this could be a bit of a surprise into this fight, but unfortunately he doesn't have a target. Meanwhile, the backline, they've got the Rubik. Oh no, Chris Luck finished off again here, and he's going to be dead for the count. Meanwhile, Hector trying to keep himself alive here, needs to run himself away, but Kezu just staying on top. He's got the spin, but the damage is in from HFN. Meanwhile, on the sidelines here, Schofield is having some problems with Brawl. The Doom gets actually dropped onto Mortimer's face here. This looks like Snapfire might belong to the grave. Oh man, Beast Coast. I mean, these are some very, very messy fights. It's not even over yet, actually, as they're going to get the shotgun onto Stinger as well. And that's going to put an end to every single hero on the side of Beast Coast. Once again, I mean, Crazy just getting way too much out of these fights. Way too much.
Oh yeah, and this Rubik without his Aghanims, he doesn't feel that useful anymore. It's so hard for him to just be able to cycle through spells and exposing his body in the fights at this point with the multiple Blink Daggers up on Crazy, the Morphling with the E-Blade. He just has no impact any longer. It's like a position 4 Rubik, right? At this point in the game. He's got a Blink and an Aether Lance at 30 minutes in.
You can't slow down when you're playing Rubik mid, can you? You just need to keep the momentum coming. You need to keep like just a barrage of spells being thrown in their face. Nice lift up onto the Tiny here. Chris Luck trying to play around. Oh my god, he actually stole Tree Throw. What a garbage spell. Hector playing on the front lines. Meanwhile, Snapfire hanging back. They've got the Gobble. A bit of Gobble and Spit could be an option to jump the side of Crazy without them really seeing it coming, but yeah, seems optimistic.
Can we give the Aghanims to the Rubik? Is that
yeah, might be a bit more useful. Do you reckon Morphling gets it if he turns into the Snapfire? Because Morphling, Morphling gets
Ags,
Nimbus. Right? Yeah. No, the Morphling doesn't have Ags.
I mean, if he has Ags.
Oh right, if he has Ags,
he needs the Aghanims. Doesn't he need the Aghanims to be able to get that effect?
To get Nimbus? I don't think he does. I think if the Zeus has Nimbus, then Morphling gets it as well for some reason. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that is the case. But we'll see. I mean, he's probably not going to turn into the Snapfire anyway. Why would he? I mean, even if he does get Gobble up, I still don't think it's worth it for the Morphling to turn into the Snapfire. It's a pretty big meme. And Chris Luck's just hanging around with his stick here. Gets tree grab. He's just like, what do I do with this? Well, Roshan is up. This could be the final fight of the game if things don't go Beast Coast's way. I think they need to try and find some way to play around this Roshan. And to be fair, they've got some good vision up here. This Observer Ward still has 23 seconds on it. If they were quick, they might have seen that smoke, but I don't think they did.
They're gonna make a smoke around play so they can push out Beast Coast from the Roshan area before they start the Roshan.
Yeah, Schofield sees everything. Cookie down to the low ground. His career is dead. He's trying to run himself away. He's got Stinger behind him, so the Winter's Curse could come down. They're going to use it onto the Doom here to try and find... Is this the start to the fight? Maybe.
Nope.
Maybe.
That's a retreat to the fight. They know that they're all there, and they're just gonna go back into the Roshan. This is exactly what you want to do if you're ahead in a game. You don't want to just go down the river and start doing Roshan. You actually want to push your opponent away from the area where they want to defend the Roshan, and then you go do Rosh. And now the angle of attack for Beast Coast is so much more difficult, and Crazy can protect it.
They've got the Aghanims on the on the Snapfire. This could be a crazy play. Can they time it right? In goes the Wyvern. He's not going to be able to get the Aegis because he didn't have a slot cleared in his inventory, though. He actually got in there in time, but he was supposed to take the Centaur. He took the wrong goddamn hero. Oh no. And now the Juggernaut trying to fight up into HF out of the front lines here, but he's doomed up, getting taken on down here, gets blown into oblivion. Schofield as well. He's gonna die. Oh god, it's a complete disaster for Beast Coast here. They try to make the play, but the GGs are called. Doom onto a creep in celebration from Bryle here. The game is over, and the series with it. Crazy take it 2-0. I mean, they put up a good fight, Beast Coast, you know, a couple of glimmers of hope in this game, but in the end, this series, it was all belonging to Crazy.
Well then.
Well then, indeed. I mean, what did Beast Coast need to do to put themselves in a winning situation in this game?
I mean, that Doom just became way too farmed. I'm not entirely sure what they could have done to stop him from farming that well. Maybe Doom is just a really great hero. This is what we see against BA. They ban out Doom literally every single game, right, in the first phase. Maybe what needed to happen was the Centaur had to rotate his way towards the mid lane, try to cover that area so the tower is protected with the Centaur, and then the Rubik, Wyvern, Juggernaut, Grandma needed to make some plays around the Morphling's tower or the bottom tower and just try to build up more momentum that way. I felt like this Jug just wasn't in the fights. And this one play where Beast Coast defended top, where they came in 1 by 1,